Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream for today. Hope everyone is doing good. Let's go ahead and see who we got ourselves in the chat here for today before we get on into it. We have TRG, we have Aiden, we have Poland, we have Melissa, we have Black Label, we have Caden, we have Weather Watcher, we have Corey's Animations, we have Crystal, let's see here, Tempest, we have Flybry, let's see here, we got ourselves Mark, let's see who else is hanging out with us. We have Kathleen, we have Pat. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have y'all here for today. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it, my friends. So, yeah, we are watching two other areas here across portions of the Atlantic. Like I said, obviously, we just got done with Lee, finally. Lee right now is in a bit of problems, in a bit of trouble right now. Lee is not doing so hot, considering it already passed through Prince Edward's Island. Right now, it's, you know, heading there towards Newfoundland and those regions out there. But yeah, so the storm is, you know, mostly done. Right now, we're still seeing sustained winds out of the storm of 45 with gusts up to 60 overall. It is expected to roll over, let's see, Newfoundland here, right around, actually, yeah, for this evening. This is around for the 17th of 8 p.m., so this was the last update we had. Things starting to move pretty quick. Things definitely starting to move pretty quick here. But anyways, let's see here. What's up, Patricia? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Karen says good afternoon to you as well. Kim says, greetings from Nova Scotia. What's up? Hope you're doing good, Kim. Hopefully everything worked out all right with you regarding the storm. Let's see here. Liz Andra says, hello from Puerto Rico. What's up? Hope you're doing good. It's cool to have y'all from around the world. It's pretty neat. We got some people from Puerto Rico all the way down here, and then we got some from Nova Scotia all the way up here, and then I'm streaming from all the way over here. It's just cool. It's just really cool. But anyways, yeah, so like I said, guys, we do have ourselves a couple of tropical systems we need to look out there for. The Hurricane Center already mentioned this one here. We have a 40% chance of development into a tropical system over the next week, which is a medium shot, an overall medium chance. Now, for development over the next 2 days, or the next 48 hours in general, we're not expecting anything because we're still kind of waiting for that tropical wave to roll off the west coast of Africa. So we're going to need to be looking out for it overall. So we'll definitely be watching it. But like I said, right now it has an overall 40% chance of development. So the odds are, you know, they're getting up there. Yesterday, I remember, I think they were at 30% chance. So the odds, the probability has gone up actually regarding tropical formation. Now you might be wondering, well, okay, well, what's going on over here? So we have ourselves a lot of support from the last little bit regarding the models. I'm going to go and hop you guys over here to the American GFS model. To start things off here, and then we're going to look at some of the other models. But as we track our way down in time, there has been some support here of a system brewing up here near the southeast. You guys can see that. This is kind of right for the 23rd. This is about 6 days away. And the models have actually been pretty consistent. Here's the previous GFS run, the one before that. You can see there's some form of low-pressure system. We're still kind of unsure if it's going to turn into a tropical low or whatnot, but it is definitely an area we need to be watching out for, because even the ensembles start to pull some support with this. Now, it's not just the GFS. Like, so you can see the ECMWF as well has that low-pressure system there just off the coast of Florida. This is for the 23rd and the 24th. So, you know, like I said, we're talking, you know, about 6 days or so away, you know, before this does kick its way off here. But, you know, both the main models of GFS and the ECMWF support this. The CMC model has this thing kicking up pretty strong, a pretty strong nor'easter potentially, according to this model. Definitely got to look out there for it as it does kind of cross through the northeast. You know, there's still a lot of unknowns with this part, or with the system in general, but the overall verdict is, so here's the icon model, the overall verdict is that we are seeing support of a trough, an area of low pressure, to develop across the southeastern coast here between the 21st and the 23rd. So that's obviously going to be needing to watch, or we're going to need to be watching those areas here in general. Whenever it comes out to those, you know, waters out there, let's go ahead and full screen this. Whenever it comes out to the waters, you know, the current tropical, you know, the surface temperatures of the ocean, we are seeing those, you know, temperatures really supportive of some tropical activity across the region. So it's going to have a little bit of chance to possibly develop. You know, if that low can kick up quite strong, obviously in that environment, there is enough support with the surface temperatures to allow for things to kick off there. So, you know, definitely could support some tropical activity overall. So we're talking, you know, these temperatures here up to right around 30, 31 degrees Celsius, which is, like I said, really supportive, very, very conducive for potential rapid development if all conditions are met. And whenever it comes to it, like I said, you have to at least have 26 degrees. You at least you at least have to have 26 degrees Celsius waters or higher in order to allow for tropical formation, for tropical sustainability, all of that stuff. Those waters have got to be 26 plus. And like I said, we're obviously in this region here with that trough that's going to be rolling through these regions here. The surface temperatures are definitely supportive for some potential activity. So that right there, my friends, is something that we definitely have got to be watching out for. Okay, we have got to be watching this one here very, very, very closely. So that is, one of the things I wanted to mention here. It's one of the things I wanted to mention right off the bat here. Let's go and hop back over here to the models in general. And like I said, overall, here's the GFS once again. Just has a quick spin up happening here. Looks like that low really starting to kick off there. For the 22nd. Like I said, this is not anything new. I mean, this has kind of been popping up in the last several GFS runs. I mean, you can see the last several of them going back at least 2 days. There's been some, continuous support here based off of the models, just saying that there is going to be, potential tropical activity out in these regions overall. So obviously we have the right amount of waters. Like the waters are definitely warm enough for this. Whenever it comes to the overall humidity, I mean, you can see that there is a decent amount of moisture that's going to be set in place across the southeastern United States. So that is going to allow for the moisture supply to be there. I mean, obviously we got a bit of dry air here across the southeast, but for the most part out there in the coastline, it's mostly moisture filled. There's a lot of moisture out there, or there potentially will be a lot of moisture out there across those regions at that time being. So gotta definitely be looking out there for that overall. That is going to be a really good potential overall. Like I said, obviously we have the warm surface temperatures, we have that low pressure system, and we have a lot of moisture here overall. Whenever it comes to like the wind shear and stuff like that, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. I think I might need to move it way to here. Let's try the North Atlantic here. All right, so let's go ahead and move this over here to the wind shear. Here we go. So whenever it comes to that wind shear, for that point being, it looks like, I mean, we're going to have a lot of strong winds to the right-hand side, but that should allow the storm to, still potentially kick off there, considering it's going kind of around that cyclone. It's not really interrupting the cyclone particularly. So, big old trough here. Huge trough. That's just that low-pressure system really kicking up there, increasing winds across the Gulf of Mexico. However, for that trough there in general, shouldn't be too much of a problem, at least from what it looks like as of right now. And there might be a little bit of wind shear to help combat the storm, but overall, it seems like it potentially could still kick off there to some degree. So we'll definitely need to look out there for it. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing good. Let's see, how about Wilmington, North Carolina tonight? You're pretty much good to go. I'm not really too worried about your region. I mean, like I said, obviously we do have ourselves, a severe weather risk for southern North Carolina, as well as, coastal South Carolina, Georgia, and northeast Florida. 2% tornado threat. I mean, like I said, odds are very low. 5% chance for damaging winds and no chance for hail, really, or anything severe, I should say, in the hail realm. So the only thing you gotta look out there for is, mostly wind with an isolated tornado, with 1 or 2 tornadoes happening potentially in these regions. I mean, cannot be ruled out. But like I said, I'm not worried about those regions overall. It's just a little marginal risk out there, itty bitty marginal risk across the coast. I mean, odds are pretty low that we'll be seeing anything. Let's see. Let's see. Good evening, all, says John. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Is the last tropical wave going to the Gulf of Mexico, Andrew? No. Let's see here. Just joined. So this is forming off the coast of Florida, but won't impact it. So we don't know, Cade. There's still, like I said, we're still 6 days out or so. But what we do know is that the models has indeed been supporting, that system out there by the southeastern United States, which obviously, has been popping up in the models for quite a time now. I mean, you can see how that was like the last 2 days worth of models, 3 days worth of models. I mean, 4 days worth of models. Like it's been in the models for a long time. The GFS, not just the GFS, the European model supports this trough here. The CMC model supports it. Kind of really kicking up there across the across the Mid-Atlantic potentially. Like I said, there's still a lot of unknowns and still a lot of uncertainties at the current moment. But I tell you what, like I said, obviously this has been popping up here in the models for the last little bit. Not just one model, but like I said, all the models we obviously look at. And it seems like it's a really good possibility that the system could, really be potentially kicking up here. So that's definitely something we need to monitor here for a while there overall. And like I said, obviously the Icon model supports the system as well. Like I said, overall it's quite a beast. Like I said, quite of a, not a beast. I was talking about Nigel. Yeah, Nigel's supposed to come a beast here, but I'm talking about this guy The one in the southeast here, like I said, potentially near the coast, that one, still a lot of unknowns right now. Something we still need to look out there for overall. So we'll definitely need to look out for it. Let's see here. Crystal, Sadness, Proxy was here yesterday, Kathleen. Yeah, she was here yesterday during our live coverage on Lee. That was good to see her. But yeah, and also, guys, something else we need to look out for is if you look at this at around the same time, we get ourselves another area of low pressure here with a cold front driving down. That might have potential to produce, some severe weather. I still need to watch it. I mean, we still need to monitor this. There's still a little bit of uncertainty between both of the events, severe weather-wise, as well as, in terms of that disturbance we might have out here in the southeastern U.S. We will see. We'll definitely have to monitor its progression, and obviously with any updates, like I said, we'll give you guys, if we have any updates, I'll give you guys some more information on the systems here overall. But yeah, it's just definitely something that we need to be watching out there. Now, whenever it comes to the overall satellite view, here's the Atlantic-wide satellite view. You can actually see that cluster of thunderstorms there off the coast. Now, that is going to be associated with that next system that potentially could kick its way off here. Let's see if I hop back over here to the North Atlantic view. On the models, here's the GFS model. And you can see that tropical wave rolling off there, going south of the Cabo Verde, and then rolling into that development region before, potentially kicking up there. Let's see here. That is the latest model, too. So, something we might need to watch out there for. What is going on here? What's the GFS having... look at that. The system's just stationary. Just not even moving. It's in the same spot. GFS is funky. Like I said, definitely don't trust that, y'all. Don't trust this part quite yet, because we're at the very far end of the run. But in general, like I said, we are seeing that tropical wave rolling its way across the west to the west here. We don't know any more than that at the moment. ECMWF model. I mean, you can see it right there as well. I mean, ECMWF has this thing kicking off pretty quickly into a tropical storm or maybe even hurricane as it continues its westward movement. So it's been in the works here for a little bit. There's an icon showing that system in the southeast as well as the one right here as well. So the models are right now in a good amount of agreement here that these systems are overall going to be existent out here. So we'll definitely need to be looking out there for those. So here's Nigel. So Nigel's another storm, currently a tropical storm. This thing is forecasted to be a major hurricane just passing well to the east of Bermuda. Honestly, I'm not too worried about this system in general. It's looking pretty good, though, overall in the satellite view. A lot of convection there towards the center, very obvious counterclockwise circulation. Storm is doing very, very well. And like I said, whenever it comes to the track of this system here overall, it is forecasted to become a major hurricane. Like I said, Category 3 at its peak as of right now. Like I said, well to the east of Bermuda. The system's going to be a fish storm and just kind of track its way up the sea. It might bring some problems for Bermuda regarding rip currents and stuff like that, but that's pretty much all the effects I see as a potential on this system here overall. So I'm really not too worried about it. I'm not really too worried about this system here in general. But we'll just we'll watch it. Like I said, obviously Bermuda, if the surfs could be pretty bad out there. That's probably the only concerns I really see happening. Because like I said, most of the part, this thing's just going to remain its way out to sea and should not be any problem. Like I said, with this guy right here, whenever it comes to this guy regarding tropical development, like I said, over the next 7 days, the next week, we have a 40% chance of this thing being a tropical system, being a potential named storm. And like I said, over the next 2 days, we have literally a 0% chance, which because, like I said, obviously the system still has to roll off the west coast of Africa. There's no way it's going to develop into a system, obviously, if it's still over land. So that's kind of, what we're seeing here. But, for later on, pretty much, this week, I'd say by middle of this week, we possibly could have this thing getting close to development. So we'll definitely need to be on the lookout for that. We'll definitely need to be on the lookout. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Hold on, let's go ahead and full screen. I'm going to bring y'all over here. Look at that. Look at those clouds on the buoy camera. It's like the sunset, and you can see the orange. That is so cool. Wow. Let's see, hurricane season is over with the cooler weather. I don't think it's over. No, it's definitely not over. Considering we're seeing a lot of these systems popping off here. Still continuing to pop off. And like I said, we're just now starting to go down the ladder of hurricane season. So we still got all the way till like late November. of hurricane season. So we still got a while. So it's not going to end anytime soon. And plus, like I said, we've already seen, I think, like 14, what was it, 14 systems already? 14 named storms in the Atlantic so far this year, which is already above normal for this time, which is pretty crazy, considering that we're in an El Nino, which, typical El Ninos are very, very, inactive with hurricanes. I mean, they usually allow for more wind shear. They allow for those storms to die out a lot more. But, this season, it's a different story. Completely different story overall. Let's see here. What's up, Rainbow? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Hope everything is well with you. Let's see here. Joey says, definitely not over. We're still basically at the peak season. Waters are still super warm. Absolutely. Yep. No, it's still going to be, we're still going to be in hurricane season for a while. And I still expect at least another 4+ named storms potentially. We're far from over. We are definitely far from over. I mean, honestly, we are seriously, I mean, like I said, we're literally only on the first half of it. We've already basically crossed the first half of it. We still have the bottom ladder to go down. Where obviously more tropical activity can indeed happen. And, like I said, we're already on Nigel now, which is crazy. But anyways, yeah, so that's that, my friends. That is kind of what we're talking about. So there's Nigel right there, actually, on the models. Like I said, we're getting ourselves a bit of high pressure. It's a big blast. It's just going to, keep this thing away from the U.S., so no problems to land. I really don't see any big problems. Overall, like I said, we're looking relatively good. But yeah, regardless, like I said, this thing's going to be pulling its way up here to the northeast. Like I said, at most I see is the threat for, areas here, maybe near Bermuda, regarding some rip current problems. I think that's the main thing. Let's see here. Michael coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Michael. Saying, let's see here. We on the coast know better. Hurricane season doesn't end because you get 1 or 2 major hurricanes. Mother Nature doesn't work like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, for real. And like I said, yeah, we're definitely far away from it, considering the overall surface temperatures are still very hot. I mean, we're still at literally the peak. We're starting to go down on the peak now, overall. So yeah, no, you're right about that, for sure. But once again, thank you so much, Michael. Very, very sweet of you. I appreciate the support, man. That's very nice. Let's see here. Also, Crystal coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Crystal. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate it. Michael and Crystal, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. You guys absolutely rock. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for that. Very, very sweet. Let's see here. I think 4 more. Say 4 more. In S are possible rest of September. Name storms. I guess what you mean by in S. But yeah, no, I agree. I actually agree with you. I'd say at least 4 name storms. I think. Remember, October is coming. Yep, October is a pretty active tropics month too. It's usually late, kind of like late August is when things really start kicking up, and then obviously September is the peak. That's when things are crazy in September. Then it goes to October, which October's pretty active too. Let's see here. I hope that fish are prepared. Oh yeah, no, I already got the warnings out to the fish out there, so they know they know to go to the reefs, No, the system shouldn't do much to the fish down there, honestly. Probably know it. They probably won't even know it, honestly. I mean, depending on how deep they are, they probably won't even know there's a massive hurricane over them. It's funny. Let's see here. Anything to help an amazing person like you, Andrew. Oh, thank you so much, Crystal. It's very sweet of you. I appreciate it. I really do. That's very sweet of you guys. Michael and Crystal, thank you guys so much. Very, very sweet. Y'all definitely did not have to do that. But anyways, but yeah, back over here, y'all. Like I said, back over here, back to the models. I mean, like I said, yeah, Nigel's just going to get basically kicked out to sea for the most part. Not really going to have any terms of problems, or any sorts of problems, I should say, for any mainland, any main coastal areas in general. But, like I said, that's just the one model. That's just the one, that's just the one storm. Like I said, we got this one to watch out here for in the southeast, as well as we got this one to look out here for, just crossing off the west side of Africa. So we'll definitely need to be looking out for this here. My camera cut out again. I'm not even gonna bother fiddling with my camera today, y'all. It's always messing up. I just need to get a new camera at this point. So Let's see here. When will the storm in Florida start to be more confident? So we'll know more about it in the next 2 to 3 days or so. Yeah, about 2 to 3 days or so, we'll know more about it. Like I said, right now there's still a lot of unknowns, but overall we do know is that there is going to be a low pressure system in a possible tropical environment here. Considering that we're going to be having a lot of warm waters out there, as well as potentially a decent amount of moisture as well. So that sounds like the good possibility. Let's see. So I think we could get to close to 2005. Now here's the thing, Justin. We were in a La Nina back in 2005. I'm pretty sure. That's why we had such an active season. Typical La Ninas bring a very active tropical season. This season we're in an El Nino, which obviously is a little bit odd considering how active the season is with the El Nino oscillation that we're in right now. That is what's different about this, and it's really, really weird in general. I don't think it'll be nearly. I don't think it'll be that active, but it's definitely going to be above a normal season. Definitely well above a normal El Nino season, and just even above a normal season in general. So like I said, it's definitely going to be very active. Definitely going to be very active. See, Crystal says maybe I'll get a new camera for Christmas. I wish. That would be nice. I could definitely use one for my channel, because my camera keeps on dying out on me. I did get this thing like 3-4 years ago, so I've used so much of it. I mean, I've used this thing for my storm chasing and everything, so honestly, I'm not surprised that it's cutting out the way it is. I don't think it's the cable either, because I had another cable before, and it seemed like it was doing the same thing. So I'm just going to need to save up some money and buy a new camera. Let's see here. Definitely getting above 20 name storms, though. I think that's a possibility, potentially. Let's see here. We haven't been in El Nino for years now. It says, yeah. So last time we were in an El Nino, I believe, was back in like 2017 or something around that time. Yeah, I remember 2016 was definitely an El Nino because we had a massive winter across the Mid-Atlantic. That usually means if we have a El Nino, that always means the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast gets like a boatload of snow, in which I did mention that in my winter forecast. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but yeah, no, definitely it's going to be pretty daggone active, I think, across some of those regions in general. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop our way back over here to the models, guys. That's just a little topic on the winter. If you guys want to know more about the winter this year, go ahead and check out our winter weather video I put out here like a week ago. Our winter weather forecast, if you guys wanted to take a look at that. Let's see here, 2016. Yeah, 2016. I remember that one for sure. We had a big blizzard across the D.C. area because I was in Northern Virginia at the time. I forgot. I think it was Jonas. Yeah, Winter Storm Jonas was the name, if I'm not mistaken. But that was a beast of a storm. I remember that one for sure. Let's see here. What are the prospects? South Florida, Miami for a fellow. So we don't know if that's going to be the name of the storm because it really just depends on which one develops first. If it's this one that's going to develop first, whatever one develops into a tropical system first will grab that name. Now, regarding impacts, like I said, there's still a lot of unknowns and still a lot of uncertainties. What we do know, though, is that we are likely going to see a low-pressure system develop just off the east coast of Africa. Just off the east coast of Florida, and actually cause, possible strengthening just by sitting in those waters for, a little bit. And basically, we don't know what else is going to happen after that, considering the models are a little sketchy, after you push that 6-day margin. Like I said, it really has things popping off here, basically for the 23rd, which, like I said, is 6 days away from now. Like I said, we'll definitely know a lot more. We'll know a lot more about the system within the next 2 to 3 days. The next 2 to 3 days, we'll definitely have a lot better of an idea to what we can expect overall out of this system here. So we'll definitely, definitely be watching this. I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'll keep you guys forecasted there. We'll be giving you guys latest updates. I'll do another live stream on this here tomorrow afternoon as well. Let's see here. Let's see, El Nino. Let's see here. We have let's see. Normal. What? Oh, hold on. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Oh gosh, guys, they did it. Look at that. I'm glad I caught on before the the National Hurricane Center. So look at that. So right now, they brought it up there. There it is. So I made my thumbnail and stuff before they added that area. There they are. Right there. Let's see here. Non-tropical air low pressure could form near the southeast United States this week. System forecast to move northward and northwestward. Could acquire some subtropical characteristics if it remains offshore. So yeah, like I said, there's still a lot of unknowns about this right now. But you know, possible development could occur. That's the reason they put that. So chance of cyclone formation. So like I said, even if it remains subtropical, it's still going to have some pretty similar impacts potentially, depending on how strong it gets to. Let's see here. What's up, Andrea? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But anyways, yeah, that's the new update. That's literally the new update they just put out there. 8 o'clock p.m. There you go. 8 p.m. update just now came through. So that's that. Of course, like I said, we have Nigel. Nigel's still a storm out there. Expected to now still become a hurricane, a major hurricane, anyways. Category 3 is in its forecast here with maximum winds expected, I believe, up to 115. Yep, 115 is its maximum overall. This thing's forecasted to be a hurricane here by tomorrow morning. Right now, it's kind of on that upper level tropical storm phase right now. But yeah, that's that. Let's see here. Brandon says, hi, any changes on, let's see, Dublin, Ohio, Northeast Ohio? We'll see any storms from the hurricane? No, definitely not. We'll not see any storms from the hurricane at all. The storm, if you're talking about Lee, Lee's already passed, and Lee's already gone. However, I will tell you, though, like I said, obviously I'm monitoring another system out in the mainland U.S. I'm still not too sure what's going to happen with it yet. Still need to watch it, but there's a system right here. You can see a pretty strong low, going to be kicking off potentially a cold front. Might be causing a bit of severe weather. I don't know. We still need to watch out there for it. There's still a decent amount of information we need to gather here. But, yeah, we'll definitely just keep it on it. I'll continue to watch this here for the next little bit. See, Nigel doesn't look like a 65-mile-per-hour tropical storm. It looks pretty good, though. I don't know what you mean. Like I said, latest scans here showing a lot of convection near the core, signifying that we have a well-developed middle structure. So definitely, remember, it's an estimate. It's an estimate. They have not flew any aircraft into it right now, but it's estimated to be in that territory of right around 65 sustained. Which, like I said, it's very well defined. A lot of central convection there by the center. It's doing good. Yep, system's looking pretty well. I mean, pretty well organized, and to me, it does. To me, it looks like an upper tropical storm. Let's see here. Justin says it looks stronger. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I wouldn't go by that. We'll have to see. Like I said, obviously it is upper level tropical storm, but it is forecasted to be a Cat 1 by early tomorrow morning. So we will have to keep an eye on it, definitely for sure. But like I said, once again, y'all, this storm's not going to cause any problems. This one right here is not Nigel is not going to cause any problems for the for anywhere really, except for, like I said, at very most, I think Bermuda might get a bit of rough seas. I mean, maybe a bit of rough seas, and like I said, maybe just a little bit of like rip currents and stuff like that. I mean, that's that. I really don't see too much impacts in general with the storm. I mean, it's relatively far away from the United States as well as it's relatively far away from Bermuda. I don't think rip currents would be too much of a problem. But still, we'll keep on talking about it. I mean, we'll mention it from time to time, and make sure that y'all are staying up to date. See, I'd say 70 to 75 in my opinion. Yeah, well, like I said, right now they have it at 65, and that's what I'd go off of as of right now, considering they have the degrees and stuff like that in studying hurricanes. So, yeah, 65 is probably right around where it's at. Like, remember, like I said, it's an estimate. It could be stronger. Yeah, it could definitely be stronger, but it could be weaker too. I mean, it's an estimate. It's an estimate. Let's see here. I mean, the storm coming off of Africa. Do I think that low pressure coming off Florida could help it? Let's see. Coming off of Florida could help it go north out the sea when it gets close to the East Coast. So those two storms, if you're talking about both of those areas, they're going to be relatively far apart from each other by the time they're impacting, or by the time they're kicking off, I should say. For example, let me show you real quickly. So whenever it comes to this, I'm going to go ahead and full screen this for y'all. Whenever it comes to this here, we obviously have this guy. We have the one that's across the southeast here. And of course, this is the other disturbance we need to look out there for. You can see they're very well spaced apart from each other. So they would have like no influences on each other at all. considering their distance apart. I mean, that's easily over like 2,000-3,000 miles away from each other. I mean, it's very, very far away. They're not going to really do too much. Let's see here. Ophelia. Is it Ophelia? I think it is. Ophelia. Let's see. Might be the one. It seems like it might go west and move. Like I said, it really just depends on which one forms first. You know, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, if this one develops first, that'll be the first named storm. If that one develops first, that'll be the first named storm. Like I said, either one of these has the potential to grab that name, but I'd say more than likely it's going to be this one that's going to grab the name. We'll see. I mean, like I said, still a lot of unknowns. We'll need to look out for it, but we'll like I said, we'll keep you guys monitored, or not monitored. We'll keep you guys heads up, I should say. We'll keep on monitoring it, I should say, and we'll keep you guys, you know, keep on giving you all a heads up there. Look at that. Look at them dual swirlies up there. That's pretty crazy. That's actually Nigel, too. Hold on a minute. That's Nigel and, let's see, a little disturbance going off of the East Coast right now. So between the disturbance there and Nigel, they could start to do the Fujiwara dance. Start revolving around each other, potentially. But then we got some high pressure across the northeast, potentially. Like I said, looks like it builds in there. That's actually the high pressure that's set to be across the Ohio Valley here from the next couple of days. That'll eventually be across the northeast, and that's that. Let's see. It said Ophelia. Oh, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, that's that, my friends. Once again, it's not just the GFS. Like I said, obviously you cannot take one model specifically. You gotta take all the models for what they are. And yeah, I mean, all the models do support it. I mean, we got the one across the southeast there, according to the ECMWF, and we got the ones here, that one that's going to be coming off the west coast of Africa in general, and tracking westward here. Let's see here. Joey says, have I seen what the models are forecasting October 1st to 3rd in the Gulf? It'll be interesting if it forms. I did, but we're not mentioning it because the fact that it's way too far out. There's no reason to, you know, spread that information out right now, considering this is at the end of the forecast line. I mean, like I said, this is literally like, what, 2 weeks out? Like, yeah, it's a while out. It's a while out. I don't like looking at these lengths at all. Like I said, I really don't like looking past 5 days, but unless I have some serious agreement. In which, in this case, for this storm out here in the southeast coast, we do. You know, we do have some agreement with this guy. But we'll see. Like I said, if it decides, like I said, if it decides it's going to become a problem, and if we see it pop up in the models and stuff like that, we'll let you know if it becomes an issue. Yeah, if it becomes an issue, I'll let you know for sure. Let's see here. It's going to hit me in the UK, says Justin. What system? Let's see. Let me double check on that again. Are you talking about, not Franklin, Nigel? Probably not, no. That's way too far out to tell. Let's see here. Yeah, for sure. Just thought it was interesting. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, it's definitely interesting. These models are very interesting. They can be. Let's see here. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at, my friends, regarding the activity. Let me hop you guys over here to the Storm Prediction Center real quickly. I do want to mention the possibility for severe weather. Obviously, today we have a marginal risk, but that's not what I was going to talk about. Tomorrow we got an itty-bitty marginal risk here, but look at this. We're going to be live here for Tuesday, the 19th. Tuesday the 19th, we might have to do some live coverage here because got a slight risk for severe weather across the central southern plains, throughout Oklahoma and Texas, portions of Kansas included too, and that marginal stretch. It seems like large hail to very large hail, potentially significant hail, as well as some nasty wind gusts could be possible. They did include a hatched risk area, which means that there's going to be a potential for, we're talking hail possibly 2 inches in diameter and larger. So Oklahoma, Texas, out there towards Lawton, Wichita Falls area, has got to watch this. Has got to watch out for this system here overall, because like I said, it's from the Hurricane Center, the Storm Prediction Center. They mentioned it, and like I said, that's associated with, I believe, that trough we were looking at here. Let's see here. I think it's actually it's a little trough here. Just a little baby trough here. across the central southern plains. So, yeah, it could spark severe weather here for basically the 19th. What it looks like, I think that's Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday. Let's see here. Lee will bring rain to the UK. It looks like. Let's see. Regarding Lee. So Lee is right here. That's Lee. Well, I mean, possibly. If that stays on track, I mean, that's pretty well. It's pretty accurate because it's not too far out. It should be fairly accurate. So, maybe. Possibly. Let's see here. Kala says, sorry, I'm late. You're good. You're good. Let's see here. I had, I'm late. Had dinner with my mom. That's totally fine, Kala. Like I said, you know, you have things to do. You got to do. I understand it. Like I said, you don't have to be here every single time or on time. It's not like high school class where you have to be at a specific class at a certain time. Let's see here. Rainbow says, let's see, thanks, Andrew, as always. Hey, you're very welcome. Let's see here. For your great work, it's still weird not seeing your sunglasses. Let's see. I got to get going for now. I will see you during the week. Take care. All right, see you later, Rainbow. Thank you for that, for the kind words and stuff like that. Yeah, my sunglasses, I haven't worn them on the stream in a while. I usually do because my eyes don't like my monitors. I think my new monitors actually might be helping my eyes. Because I think they were like, I think these have like eye protection on them. I think that was one of the things they advertised for them. Which it seems like it's helping. It doesn't seem like it's straining my eyes as much. But anyways, that's that. Let's see here. Carlos says, Andrew, blessings from Puerto Rico. Hope things are going fine. Let's see here. And those systems keep north and don't harm for any place. Absolutely. Well, glad to have you here, Carlos. Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Thanks for keeping everyone updated. See, traditional weather. Let's see. Weathermen are outdated. Yeah, some could say that. You know, a lot of the thing is that TVs are going, a lot of people aren't watching TV as much, you know? TV's dying. And I think YouTube's one of the main platforms now people watch stuff on. And, you know, obviously it's good. It's good to have people like what I'm doing here, keeping you all updated in the weather. Because, you know, there's got to be somebody that's got to be keeping you all updated. I mean, y'all got to be ready, you know? Let's see here. Lee will hit the UK on Tuesday and Wednesday, bring a lot of rain. Let's see, with 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, it's a possibility. Definitely a possibility. But anyways, but yeah, so that's that, my friends. Let's see here. Once again, 20% chance of this guy out by the southeast coast. I mean, 20% chance. It's pretty low as of right now. Not expecting any tropical system to form anytime soon. Whenever it comes... Oh, what? Look at that! They just upgraded it! Wow, okay, so that went from a 40 to a 50% chance now. Within the next 7 days. Look at that, they upgraded it. So, this week, it looks like, this upcoming week, y'all, we will possibly see another tropical system in the Atlantic. It'll possibly be, was it Ophelia? I think that's the name of it. Let's see here. Anything over the Great Lakes to be considered about? No, not right now. Nah, it's pretty quiet out there. Actually, we got some high pressure building into those regions. Nice high pressure, bringing some sunny skies. Overall, nothing too crazy. Yeah, looking mighty fine across the Ohio Valley. Let's see here. I live in the UK. I know this will happen. Every model shows it. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not that far out either. So, you know, it's pretty confident, actually. Yep. Yep, the ECMWF shows it, too. Yeah, you're probably going to get some rain from Lee. For sure. It's not going to be anything crazy like it hit Nova Scotia with, or Maine. It's not going to be that crazy. Oh, speaking of Maine, actually, let's go and see how many power outages are out. Obviously, this is probably not all the amount. Are you serious? There's only 5,000 people without power now? Wow, that's significantly dropped since yesterday. I am blown away. Literally, guys, we were watching this yesterday, and it was showing us that we had, like, what was it, over 100,000 people almost? I think it was over 100, or nearly 100,000. We're down to 5,000 people without power now. Like, holy cow. That is crazy. Let's see here. Crystal says, see that the $2 help, let's see, $2 help, you're moving, sorry, it's not much. Crystal, like I said, don't worry about it. Like I said, it's the thought that counts, and just the thought that you helped out, and the fact that you helped us with a donation, that's all that matters. It's never about the amount. This channel is never about money. I've always mentioned that to you guys. I just generally have a kind heart. I always help out people whenever I can. And I just love tracking weather. You know, that's the whole verdict of this channel here. I mean, yes, I'm not gonna lie, the money helps for sure. I mean, that's typically anybody, but you know, like I was saying though, it's just meant to just hang out, have fun, like inform people and keep everyone safe. That's the reason of this, or that's the whole purpose of this channel. Nothing more than that. But anyways, but thank you though once again, Crystal. That's very sweet of you. Like I said, you guys know you do not have to do that. Okay. Let's see here. But yeah. See, I remember when we had a derecho in West Kentucky, pressure was 960. Wow. Sustained at 70. It was crazy. What year was that, Joey? Because I'm in Kentucky right now. I mean, I've been in Kentucky for over a year and a half. What year was that? I mean, I visited Kentucky a lot of times before I've been down here. So I'm not sure if I was down here at the time. Anyways. Let's see here. Hope you're still doing this in Florida. Oh, Crystal, I'm never going to stop doing this. This will always be my thing. I'm never going to stop. You know, like I said, I'm actually wanting to make my career out of this. You know, YouTube is, people would say YouTube's a job. I think it is. And, you know, like I said, I would love to make this my career. Because I really enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy content created, and, you know, I enjoy, you know, just helping y'all out. But anyways, Marco, we're not doing zip codes. Nope, not doing those. The only way we do those is if there's a big severe weather event that we're scheduling, and I usually go live the morning before the event. So yeah, any severe weather event, if you guys have not been here during severe weather events here, I usually do, like I said, I usually do these events here. I said the morning of, I do, like I said, morning of around noon, I end up doing a forecast stream, you know, with the zip codes, and then as the storms happen, then I go live for the coverage. But that's that. Let's see here. So, oh, I'm sorry, the pressure was 971. That's still really low pressure. Very. Let's see here. What hurricane is the threat or disturbance? So there's two areas we're watching. We have this one right here, disturbance 1, and disturbance 2. Disturbance 2, like I said, you know, has been growing support on the models for the last little bit, for the last several days, actually. You know, it didn't just pop up, guys. This has been happening for the last couple of days. We just haven't mentioned it because we were so busy with Lee. But there's support of a potential system out here. Not to mention, we just gathered a lot more information today on the storm, and it looks like it's a good possibility. And then the one out here further to the east, I mean, despite it being 50% right now, all the models basically support this thing happening at some point. I'm very confident on this thing happening in general. I am like nearly certain this thing's going to form, but that's that. Let's see here. Disturbance 2 is near me. Yeah, Marco, there's still a lot of unknowns about that. I mean, we're still literally like I said, 6 days away from that being a big concern. There's still a lot we got to learn about it, you know. Let's see here. Joey says it's cool in it's cool that you're in Kentucky. Hope you like it down here. Yeah, I've been here. I said I grew up in Virginia. I lived in Virginia all my life, basically. 20 years of my life I've lived in Virginia. I've lived here about a year and a half, and I'm moving to Florida because my brothers lived in Florida for many years, and he got a new house recently, and I'm actually moving in with him in his house because he has an extra room. So I'll be down there with my family, you know, my girlfriend, stuff like that. So it'll all work out. But anyways. But alright guys, well, I don't really have too much more to talk about because we basically already mentioned everything we need to. If there's any final questions except for zip codes, please let me know before we head off here, guys. Where do I think the 50% chance is going to go? So models have this thing trending just west. We don't really know what's going to happen to it after, like I said, right now it's going to be pulling west. It's just going to be pulling west. That's all we know for now. We don't know if it's going to go really up north. We don't know if it's going to continue. A lot of unknowns. There's still a lot of unknowns right now. So we'll definitely need to keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Do I think Ophelia could be a strongest storm of the season? I don't see any support of it right now. I mean, like I said, it just depends on where it tracks. If it tracks in, I mean, obviously there's some areas that are more favorable for tropical development than others. And like I said, it really just ultimately ends up to the track. The conditional environment that it's in. You know, a lot of moisture and warm surface temperatures, as well as lack of wind shear, is what these storms love. If everything like that's in favor, I mean, it could definitely become a strong one. But you know, there's so much we don't know right now. So much we don't know still. I mean, we're talking 5+ days out, so there's still a little bit of unknowns right now. But anyways, let's see here. Is it possible for the East Coast hit these? Like I said, Mr. Snow, dude, we do not know. We really don't know, man. The system's way far out. I mean, really far out. There's an ensemble on Weather Nerds shows 907 millibars. Well, that's an ensemble. That's just some run of a model. It's not particularly a trend. There's a difference between a trend and a singular model opinion. If you see trends, that's what you base off of. If you see a lot of models from multiple different runs showing the same thing over and over, that's what we call a trend. You guys should know the definition of a trend. And like I said, obviously, if there's one model that says one thing at one time, that's not a trend. That's just models being stupid. Trust me, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. But, alright, guys. Well, y'all have a great rest of your night. Like I said, we're going to be heading off here, since it seems like everybody is alright. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy it, once again, please consider subscribing. Leave a like. It'll be greatly appreciated, y'all. Like I said, we don't ask for much on the channel. I really don't. But if you guys could, you know, maybe share this. Help get that word out there for, you know, help get that tropical weather updates and all of our weather updates out there to help, you know, spread awareness and, you know, help people be prepared in general. Be greatly appreciated, y'all. And recently, guys, we actually just recently hit 19,200 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. We're getting so close to 20K, y'all. Cannot thank you guys more than enough. Thank you so much. Let's see here. But okay. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Like I said, if y'all have any further questions, feel free to, like I said, join our Discord. Our Discord's down in the description. Feel free to do that. And, okay. Well, guys, y'all take care. We're going to go and head over here to the ending screen. Sorry about my camera. Yeah, my camera was out today. I need to save up and buy a new camera. Obviously, I won't be able to buy one probably anytime soon because I have to move and I have to spend a lot of money on moving and, you know, new furniture and all that stuff for my room. So it's like, it's going to be, it's probably going to be a while before I can afford me a new camera. But, alright, you guys. Well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. You guys take care. Like I said, we love y'all. Please be safe out there. Listen, I'm glad Lee's over. I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well. Glad Lee's over with. We just got to keep an eye on the tropics for these upcoming a few other systems here. We'll just keep an eye out there for. But, okay. Well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. We're going to go ahead and start the countdown now. Like I said, go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, everybody in chat. And until next time, my friends, once again, we'll catch you guys tomorrow at some point, tomorrow evening, for another tropical weather update. Alright, guys. Y'all take care, and we'll see you guys later on. Peace out, my friends. See you then.